I don't care what you say. The check never cleared. Yeah. Okay, well, if I have something positive to say about it, then maybe I'll say it. But until that check clears, Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, Bobby, since you and I are just such great pals, I'll make you a deal. A positive Call of Duty video in exchange for getting the future Doja Cat bundle for free. We have a deal? Perfect. Okay, I gotta hang up now, and I gotta do a thing, alright? Yep. Love you too. Yep, Nick Merck sucks. I know. Okay, yeah, yes, I know you should have won an Oscar for being in Moneyball. Okay, I'm hanging up now. Alright, bye-bye. Sorry about that. The Modern Warfare 3 beta is officially open to the public, and even though I find it to just be overpriced DLC, I just gotta ask one question. Infinity Ward, what happened? You let another company take the same exact engine as you, not to mention the same exact game as you, and let them put together a game that is more polished and more fun than yours currently is. By fixing everything you had removed and said you wouldn't fix or couldn't fix. You literally pulled off the video game equivalent of having home field advantage and getting your back blown out by a worse team. Congratulations. With that being said, I'll repeat what I said in this video. You do not need to buy Modern Warfare 3. Even though Activision would like you to think this is a premium Call of Duty release, it's nothing more than $70 DLC. All the content and features in this game could have easily been added via, I don't know, battle passes, updates, or season content drops. Again, this is the farthest thing from a premium Call of Duty title. Now with that being said, no, I wasn't one of the content creators flown out to a studio in LA to get early access to Modern Warfare 3, I had prior commitments. Instead, I took the day off work to get first-hand experience of what I'd be seeing in November. What I will say after playing hours of the game and verbally accosting my teammates is that Modern Warfare 3's beta is an absolute blast. From the remastered maps, the gunplay and the movement, I think Sledgehammer Games knocked it out of the park with this one. And I'm not saying it's perfect by any means, more so it's just better than Modern Warfare 2 2022, but I think it has the potential to also be one of the better games we've had in the last few years. As long as Sledgehammer sticks with listening to the community and acting on the things that we are asking for, then I think we're pretty good. But again, it just sucks that it just so happens to be basically Modern Warfare 2.5, but hey, it's good to guess, so yeah. The beta kicked off with 3 maps, those being Estate, Favela, and Skid Row. Rust came on Sunday when the beta became open. It surprised me how well these maps actually played, because I really thought going into this they weren't going to be playing that well due to the new movement style, but I was happy that I was actually wrong. Each map looked gorgeous on the new engine, especially Favela. I mean, look at this view. Doesn't that just add some sort of tightness to your jeans? We also got 3 modes on day 1, with them being TDM, Domination, and Hardpoint. Kill Confirmed also came on Sunday. Personal thoughts here, I felt like Hardpoint didn't play well on any of the 3 day 1 maps, and often found myself backing out of lobbies that featured the game mode, but that feeling also comes from someone that is not a big fan of Hardpoint. There's also a Ground War mode that I literally played once, and the map was alright if you're into that kind of mode. The operators look pretty vanilla, but it's good to see that Ellie from the Last of Us TV show was able to get some work after the show. I'd imagine most of these operators will get some fancy new skins at launch, so cross our fingers, but shout out to Makarov for having a discount Ghost on his team.
At this time, I will read a poem entitled, Your Guts Everywhere.
The gunplay was super fun, and notice weapons like the ACR and UMP being the supreme lords over everything else. Was this done intentionally? Maybe. I wouldn't doubt it. Because in my opinion, there's no better way to honor Modern Warfare 2 than to give the player base 2 of the most broken guns from the game. Let's just hope that doesn't mean
stand by for relay.
Perks have been replaced by gear, boots are movement, gloves are just faster movement with a weapon, sleight of hand, weapon swapping such as that. Gear and vest act as typical perks such as Ghost and Flak Jacket. Honestly, love the system more than I thought I would. I have a feeling that this could end up becoming the standard for future titles. Worth mentioning, Ninja is also a must for all players because currently footsteps in the game make you sound like an elephant. No offense to any elephants who might be watching this video. Movement has been improved for Modern Warfare 2, and when I say improved, I mean they literally just went back to the way it was, though if you try to slide cancel, there is a bit of a delay in between. For people that are upset by this, it helps balance out the game a bit. That way the skill gap between both the ones that can just move around a map like Sonic the Hedgehog and the ones that just want to vibe isn't so large, so I'm a pretty big fan of it. I will say even just the turning and overall movement of the aiming, running, sliding just feels more polished, something I felt Modern Warfare 2 was the farthest thing from. We have some new equipments, the most notable are the ACS from field upgrades that can help capture objectives for the player while they're running about. It also hacks enemy devices nearby, but mainly capturing objectives is what it's used for. I find it great because it helps keep Domination moving and seems to actually keep players moving around, that way you can actually rack up those kills. I did try to see the proximity of it and see like what the range is for you to actually use the ACS, so when I was on Skid Row, I was downstairs and tried to use it. It doesn't work, just so you know. The Breacher drone from the Lethals, which is an explosive drone that explodes on proximity or on impact. I have a feeling this will end up being a pretty heavily abused lethal, but does a good job at clearing out campers. And finally, Battle Rage, which literally promotes huffing. It mainly helps with health regeneration, but I found myself using it when situations didn't even require it.
Enemies securing Bravo.
Way to go, Sledgehammer. I hope you're all ashamed of yourselves for putting this in the game. The kill streaks seem pretty underwhelming. Most of them seem to act as more support streaks than anything else. Nothing seemed overly broken, but the Guardian needs its sound turned down. It literally drove me nuts to hear. Also, it can really obstruct lines of sight, even if you're at a distance from it. The Mosquito drone seems to act the same as the Breacher drone, except you have the opportunity to short pass it like Mac Jones, so hopefully you don't get picked off. I need to point out how perfectly timed that entire recording was, because I looked up and Mac Jones just threw a pick 6. Way to go, champ. The spawning in Modern Warfare 3 seems to be utter garbage. You literally spawn all over the place, and on numerous occasions, I died after taking 2 steps out of where I spawned, or spawned in the exact same place where I died previously, so that could use some further evaluation. If you didn't enjoy how Modern Warfare 2 changed the way weapons progress, well, let me break the news to you. In Modern Warfare 3, weapons will progress the same exact way, meaning if you want to say use a I don't know, slate reflector sight, you can only unlock it by getting the striker to level 12, meaning if for some reason you didn't want to use the striker or just aren't one of those weird 100%er grinders on week 1, too bad. I understand it forces players to use all the weapons in the game instead of neglecting some of them, but as someone who neglects some of the weapons, it's pretty annoying to be forced to use something that I don't really want to use just to unlock a fucking attachment for my weapon. In the case of camos though, I love it. In the case of attachments, make it better. Also, doors aren't in the game. Why? No idea, but they definitely add a level of gameplay that can be kind of frustrating at times, so stop adding doors to the multiplayer. They suck. But red dots are back on the minimap, so that's pretty nice. I also want to just mention a couple different things. Skill-based matchmaking, shout out Trevor. If it's in this game, none of this matters. Skill-based matchmaking, hit detection, map loading, whatever it is one of the worst things Call of Duty has ever added to the franchise. It's worse than micro DLC, it's worse than any of the horribly laid out maps that they continue to release, and it's worse than any other overpowered weapon in the game. It's something that Activision and all of its companies seem to be just very shady about and not talk about, but it's time for Activision and Sledgehammer to be honest about it, and what it is, and how they're going to tweak it so that way it's not as frustrating to the point where the player base starts to dwindle by December. No one likes it outside of the people you're protecting, and those people are pretty few to the ones that are actually spending money on your game. This needs to be a new era of Call of Duty. Start with that. Lastly, apparently cheaters are showing up in the Modern Warfare 3 beta. I haven't personally experienced it, but if it's true, Activision needs to act fast. Because cheaters in Call of Duty as of late and their lack of reaction to them has really been one of their Achilles heels. If the ricochet system isn't working, then it's time to find something that's better. I think that pretty much covers the beta aspect of the game. Honestly, I find this to be a ton of fun, and it has tons of promise to be one of the better Call of Duty titles we've gotten. Again, it's a shame it's at a full retail price, and is really nothing more than just a bunch of remasters. But there's no fighting it. Activision's a money train, they know what works, and it wouldn't surprise me at all to see this become one of the best-selling Call of Duty titles ever. But I'm gonna say one thing that I said in my last video for everyone that didn't hear it. If you're already on the fence about this game, or you look at this game and say, I already own this content anyway, why would I re-buy it? Then don't buy it. Just wait till it goes on some sort of sale in December or sometime around then and buy it that way. Don't waste your $70 on something that's basically a remaster, but if you want to buy the game, buy the game. It's up to you. It's your money. Do what you want. And with that being said, I want to know what you think. Is the Modern Warfare 3 beta good? Did I miss anything? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and well,